discover the talent for writing and creating music?
From a tender age, youthful days, I'm saying, in infant stage, while going to school, Augustine Primary School. Till that time, after leaving school, we'd just be home, and I would be like up and about with my friends, up and down through the bushes, climbing all the trees, getting all the fruits off the trees. A little fighting here and there, like a karate. We all go to the river, swimming in the river, and once you're in tune with Mother Nature, swimming in the water, your friends there giving a lot of trouble. You began teasing each other, making songs, trying to give each other different names. And there and then it has developed into a greater stage in which I take that little DJing skill, blend it with the sense of intelligence based upon the surrounding and what we've seen on the television and the news and what's happening to the people.
Was there anyone older around you that kind of gave you a little vibe or gave you a little say, oh, he had the skill and you kind of mimicked that? Or was it just a natural thing on you?
No, that was just natural. Being by myself after leaving the garage, leaving my father's garage, going back down to the house, over by the house, washing the plates, sweeping the yard as a youth, being given the duty from your parent, mother gone to market, your father at work, so your duty is to clean up the yard, take care of the little sisters.
In Augusttown, when you were starting out, did you start off on the sound system, or you were more just doing the talent shows?
There has always been sound systems in the community. Silverhawk, Gemini, General. So we knew all this. We've been born in the whole entire music culture and the whole system of music. So we already knew what's happening. We've seen it on televisions. We saw it at stage shows. But concerning Sizzla as an artist, that just came to me natural. So we recognized the integration of the talent after being more mature and experienced doing this and coming out on the road, singing on little community stage shows and little concerts. Then you began putting the pieces of the puzzle together and say, oh, I see how these great artists end up here. So that's the time now people began knowing you and started giving you more encouragement and so on. But it's that natural as youth.
What was the lyrical content like early on? Was it just DJing, anything? Did you
No,
have
it
the
was the
culture
same.
vibe back then?
It was the same. Seriously. Yeah, man, I made my own little box to store my lyrics. Box got filled, in which I'd have to stand on the box to close it. Then people began giving you the encouragement. Then they began putting the pieces together. So my whole entire team, because I live in a community with the river, we normally stay down by the river in Augusttown, 40 Augusttown Road, which is the property where I reside, is the secretary for Bedward's whole movement in Augusttown. So the present...
Oh, so the Bedwardites were from Augusttown?
Augusttown, yes.
I didn't know that.
The place I reside now, if I should leave here now and go back to Jamaica in the morning, I'm going to 40 Augusttown Road.
Dip them bedward, dip them in a healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep, dip them for your bad feeling. Me always go pa the Augusttown, but me never go pa Mona. One day me was invited by one old man them called Jonah. When me go up pa Mona, me see Brother Bedward stand up, him take Sister Mary.
Bedwardites is the black man will come and teach I and I, black people of I and I, black self. The government are going to ridicule him because he's reminding us of our black selves from Africa. And from Bedwardites, you got the Marcus Garvey there. And then in Augusttown, with his movement, with more than over 3,000 people worldwide following him in that time. And with the church, Bedward came with the Royal African Chapel built out of stone. There's a lot of images. There is a lot of monuments in Augusttown up until this day, a replica of the ancient old artifacts of the Bedwardites. They've fashioned the community, built the community the first set of housing scheme really in Jamaica was really in Augustown. Augustown is one of the first community where my brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, four parents, not slaves, ran away from the Mona plantation. They ran away from the Ligani plantation. And they went to Augustown. It was close to the mountain, being bordered by the Dallas Mountain, Constitution Hill, and the Long Mountain, with the Hope River running from the north onto the eastern part, easterly of Kingston, St. Andrew.
How'd you link up with Caveman?
Now, after doing community stage shows and singing, you know, we still going school. Left the community. Now I was attending Dunoon Park Technical High School down the Mountain View region. I met up with a good friend of mine, Larry Bell Navis. So we began moving as youth. And Larry said, we have a sound system around the corner. And I said, which sound system? He said, Caveman. I said, come on, go check Caveman, because I was like spitting a lot of lyrics, but no one knew I could DJ like that. So I went and I saw Caveman and I said, yeah, say, Miguel, my name, you know. Then call me the little one. I don't really have no name. Then just say, yeah, little one. So that's stuck on Sizzla like that, the little one. That was my first DJ name. And Caveman, you know, it was natural. Went around Caveman because my dad had a little sound system called Black Steel, where he structured in the garage in Augustown. So I used to sing and DJ on that really, really hard every day. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I would be singing and DJing on that sound system every night, every day with other DJs around the community, but that's when I becomes more older. But meeting up with Caveman, I began doing the same thing as I used to do in Augustown and Black Steel. And it's a whole process, just return back to the file, dig up the data, do the thing, do what you do best. So I just began rolling with Caveman. Caveman used to do a lot of dub plates for other sound system. They all used to come to Caveman to do it. So Caveman would put in the iBias cassette and press the record, and we just DJ.
That's one take though, right?
Yeah, one take, you know, and we becomes really professional in doing so with that one take and the iBias cassette. We used to go to a lot of stage shows, and the type of trucks used to take us wasn't really lovely, but we still managed to get the sound system packed in the truck. A lot of punchers on the road, sleeper roadside, rainfall, wet you up. You learn humility and you have the patience towards achieving such and working towards your goal. So from Caveman days now, we began to doing a lot of works, and Caveman would just say, link me up tomorrow, Miguel, and I got 8 rhythms, come practice. So Caveman will always be giving us rhythms, and you have to come with something new, no repeat. So if it's 10 songs, 10 lyrics.
So musical school then you got
Musical school, natural at that time.
Relationship with Kilimanjaro. How did it end up with so much wicked dubs?
You know one Chupa.
Yeah.
Chupa was just a crazy selector like Sizzla, crazy artist.
Yeah.
So Chupa, this is the thing with the Jamaican music. They go around searching for talent. So same as how Fatis them discover Sizzla and that part of the 45 recording in the studio making albums, that was that Chupa recognized Sizzla with the DJ part from the sound system with Caveman doing dub plates. So we started out doing dub plates for sound system. That's how the new Sizzla.
I spoke to Caveman. He was saying like it was during his era they started changing the rhythm. So you do like Praise You John, your rhythm. But then you may put it on the Heptones rhythm or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's a format with the selector. When they go to the stage show, they like putting songs on different rhythm. They get merits for doing those stuff. They get praise and they get work, and they can make money and feed them family. Because you make the nation feel good. I like the mix you make them come in. Give me a next mix tomorrow. I'll buy the CD from you. We make money. So the music, we use the music to give praise. We use it for promotion, advertisement. And we use it to make money. And we use it to do everything. So from Caveman, we went on to Homer Harris, and from Homer Harris I met up with Dean Fraser. Dean Fraser took me to Fatis.
Because Dean Fraser was a musical director at Exterminator.
Right,
so
from that time.
To Exterminator.
Yes.
All right,
but Dean, if I'd was it not for Mr. Caveman, Everton Moore, to meet up with Mr. Harris, Dean Fraser would not really find Sizzla or discover Sizzla, I should say. Burning Up. My first album was Burning Up. Yeah, that's Exterminator. Exterminator's album released on the Ras record for Dr. Dread.
So how was it working with Dean Fraser? Because this is your first time recording, and I know Dean Fraser is very hands-on in regards.
I'm honored working with Mr. Fraser and Mr. Burrell and Mr. Harris and Cayman as well, and each and every one, because they all got that zeal to get good out of someone. Yeah, and I'm always pushing at it, and it was really effortless for me, really, because from the get-go I already knew that it was just word, sound and power, get a little melody and just get it recorded, and the selectors would play it repeatedly. So it was just effortless for me. But you still have to have that zeal to get it done. So the zeal was more important for me.
The question I have, you were very young on your first album. Were you even 20 yet? How old were you?
No. My first album, while doing the album, I was still attending high school.
Let's hear it for Sizzla. What is going on forever? When I agree to I'm saying now, the system is designed to destroy the from the code, but it will come to pass. I know none to the youth in the process of time. We will know the truth that we will wipe out to praise.
And being given with the opportunity, Sly and Robbie, Cat Core, Bunny Ruggs, Barry Salmon, Cockatee, Dennis Brown, Garnet Silk, all these persons coming into the studio and they're recording every day. And I'm like, wait, I'm amongst the gods. You hear me? I'm not going to let Mr. Dennis Brown saw me and say, Sizzla, what go on? Love them two songs there, you know. Maybe if you do something, you know, youth. Me now make Bunny Wheeler or Dennis Brown come back into the studio and I don't record either 7 songs. Because I'm up with the big giants and the music, so I have to fit in myself as a youth too. Because them don't appoint you for stay there, so Dean Fraser took us from Grove Road and put us here. And we and Lucian are now start and Fatis start the Exterminator crew. And we start read Bible and, you know, do a little thing and go up on the road and keep the stage show. We manifest. I'm still Exterminator and I'm still doing the works. Never changed.
You and Jesse Gender linked up there too, right?
Jesse, our brother. Jesse is still Exterminator. He's just missing for a while. Yes, man. Exterminator crew, Luciana, Mikey General, Ragnar Paiza, Jesse Gender, Sizzla Kalonji. I have Malachi came along and a lot more.
What were the albums prior to The Real Thing and where were they done? Were they independent? Or
They were done at 7 Windsor Avenue. I should say Kingston 6, yeah. That's at Gussie Clark studio.
Oh, they were done with Gussie Clark?
Yes, they were done at Gussie Clark. So I was with Fatis. But the thing with these great icons now, they're not a selfish or ill-will person. They're not selfish or ill-will person. So I could, Fatis and Bobby Fatis would record a song with Sizzla and call Bobby to listen it. So it's like that. So Bobby have rhythm and say, make Sizzla come test out some of them rhythms there. So I do whatsoever I want to do. I was like, you know, going around like the happy child. So being given a studio in that time, Anchor Studio was really beautiful, just furnished and nice. It's like the computer thing this. Yeah. You make use of it because I've been on truck backs up and down, in cars, on bikes, all over the island, trying to get our vocals out. Yeah, to make a living and all those stuff, to make money, but the most important thing was the message.
At what stage of your career that you figure you're going to kind of branch deeper into dancehall and do dancehall songs?
Dancehall was the first part.
Yeah.
That was dance, singing and DJing was the first part of everything, based on my experience. The first part, we start DJing and we start singing because we heard Shabba on the radio DJing, and we DJ, and we hear Barry Salmon singing and we sing. So they were like together, hand in hand. But as I'm saying now, Dean Fraser, the architect, around the whole Exterminator thing, he's with Barry, he's with Cockatee, we're with Luciana. We learn harmonies from the harmony singers. So, based upon my mood and my own decisiveness within the realms, if I want to put a DJ lyrics on it, I do it. If I want to sing on it, I do it. But the people in the world don't really know that because they might hear Sizzla, come out with praises Jah, because it's the roots and culture rhythm with Fatis. And but around Caveman, we do roots and culture, we still doing dancehall because we got to do dub plates for sound system, we have to do dub plate for Jaro, we have to do dub plate for Metro Media, we have to do dub plate for Silverhawk, we have to do dub plate for Stone Love, we have to do dub plate for all these great sounds.
So it has to be a hardcore
So
dancehall style.
the people knew more about Sizzla because he came out with the album chanting like that.
Yeah.
But they didn't knew much about the DJing genre, the music from I and I. But as time goes by, they learned a lot. So it all played out on the stage shows now. You see, I gave you a lot of songs where I'm singing, and I gave you a lot of songs where I DJ. So you got the segment. Yeah, so I would start with praises, Jago right down, thank you, Mama, words are divine, until I just reach Chalwa or Pump Up, or I might reach Taking Over, or I might reach some other something, because then again you got to know in Jamaica you got stage shows which is a dancehall stage show, and you got to come out as a champion. And you got stage show where it's a roots and culture stage show, you have to come out as a champion. That's it. Your name must be clicking, ringing. On the radio disc jockeys must be talking about you. And that's another part of the formula again. That's another formula. You must always have the radio stations and the gleaner talking about you when you do the shows. So if I work tonight, I'm working with an intense, so the media can write about me in the morning.
What was the experience like when you did the Koch records there with Dame Dash? What was that situation?
Well, that was like a sort of cultural integration. I just did that out of the whole realms of joy and music and fun. You know, and still looking the money, because the people need the money, take care of the ladies and the kids. Yeah, but coming on this side, I like the rappers because they're my brothers, they're my sisters, and they're on this side of the world trying to get it on. Yeah. And we're on that side. So it's just a university for me right there. I learned a lot, and I met a lot of nice, beautiful people. And they taught me a lot. I hope I have inspired a lot also, but I learned a lot. So what I learned throughout the process of life, I apply it as I go by doing my
What are like some specific things you learned from that experience though with the American industry and the being
They use them always trying to teach me to rap and them thing that they love the flow, so they love the reggae and the dancehall, so they want me to learn the rap too, and they want me to get on the hip hop rhythm and get the feel and all those stuff. I do all those stuff. I would be in the studio at church on 31st, broke down studio Junes, and the rapper use them, and they teaching me and stuff, and I teach them how to write lyrics, and I say sometimes too much lyrics right here, I have to take out some word. Every write is to rewrite to get the flow, to get the minus a few words or put in a few more words, and they learn me a lot of times. Sometimes you forget the hook, and sometimes you forget just do the thing, and certain little things are spiritual and private and personal between me and them, because you know it's a redemption movement. So I learned a lot.
I don't even know if you know how much songs you did, but
No.
how are you able to write so much material, you know? And even to this day, because like you had some wicked verses on the what's the song you did there with Stephen Marley, Rockstone?
Yeah.
A crazy verse, you know, but like that's the question of longevity. How are you still able to put that together at this stage in your career, you know?
What I've learned from my ancestors, from my elders, from people who are much older than I am, I applied through my daily activities and my whole doings. So when you go to Bobo Hill, once Bobo Shanti said the reverence, they're not going to stop until I seal it. So once I hear a rhythm and start write, I not stop write until me finish that lyrics. And the next part of that is me not stop writing, and I cannot stop write, because you must know that all the Psalms in the Bible were written by King David, which is my great-great-great-great-grandfather. So that's another principle I adopt. If my grandfather writes Psalms, and me come find my next grandfather writes so many Psalms, Marcus Garvey, plus me come find Emmanuel, and me come find King Selassie, I wrote his autobiography and done a lot of speeches. And then me go hear about Rosie Park, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and then great people there. And the authors them out there writing a lot of books, and then me go look at my complexion and say, wait, nothing wrong with me. Me need to take up this thing too. This is the way I'm supposed to be treading. So there's a lot of people to give us strength, man. All the black people, the great people in the world. And you still see other people from other nations, Chinese nation, Indian nation, white nation. You have a lot of beautiful people doing a lot of good and a lot of great stuff is happening. So just look and learn and just stay up on the righteous path and do good.
Sizzla Kalonji for poor people business. And the boy says, well, you know we get rich. Tell them that to something about the wicked. That time is it that them are going to get my chin. It don't matter if they don't catch up with me. Hey, but I said it's the other.
You know how you do your thing? It seems like certain shows you have special lyrics for each show, right?
That's another part of the formula.
Yeah. Because where did that idea come from? Is that original or you kind
From
of...
I and from the people, and that's natural.
Yeah.
Because you're a lyricist. You like to make lyrics, you like to write lyrics per se. Well, you're in a community. For me personally, I want to know the era that I'm in. Then I want to know the streets. Then I want to know the corners where you say the dons live. And I want to know where the school is at and the airport and the post office. And I want to know the name of the street, and I want to know the last bad thing that happened here and what's been happening. I want to give me a record of what's been happening, good and bad. And then me just sum up all of that and just make a song. Because my duty is to bring home the sheep. My duty is to get at the people and make them feel good. So if you can put all those information in one little freestyle for them, that's another credit.